All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run with Miller, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
Watson now to throw. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Steps away to his left, and he's out right at the 25. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Ingram. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the...
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Watson with a give to Miller. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
But no Texas start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr.
You got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Jackson's got his tight end Hurst. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good headed.
There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Here's Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. He's coming. Double up,
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there.
And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give him 32 on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the gun on third down, Jackson flush to his right. And an alley to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On the toss play, this is Dixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
You got it. You got it.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Chris Jones on the stop.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Check, 41. It's been a long day for you. 41's coming. 41's a mic.
On 3rd down, Jackson buying time to his left. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 32 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. A spin. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kenneth Dixon as the first half is winding down as the Ravens push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would say.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Got it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is,
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney merciless. Came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Running out of the gun with Dixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 24 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out running. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 56 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back to throw, Watson. And he'll find QT on the right side, complete.
13 yards on the play. And the Texans first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Behind him, go.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
From just shy of midfield, Watson eluding the pressure right. And incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw is Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They go play action here on first down. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To try again after the sack, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Dixon. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Dixon dances by him. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now on 1st, Dixon again. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go, D. Here I go.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Ravens.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good, and that will cut this lead down to 25. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Justin Tucker lining up
Defensively, by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Deshaun Gibson brought him down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Down to the 25. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On second down and 4, Watson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Texans on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. Room here to run. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
It's lonely on top of the phone. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the boat is my home, and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as Sylvester Stallone. They showing me love in my city. Ain't saying hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jaws. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. We couldn't see my projection at hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't